Bonjour to welcome back to our channel. Today we are taking you to La Maison de Balzac, Balzac's house in Paris, right next to Eiffel Tower. So on you are. Today we are in the 16th arrondissement of Paris and we are visiting the house of Honoré de Balzac, who lived here from 1840 to 1847.
A few months ago, we had visited La Maison de Jardin, where Balzac resided prior to moving to this house in Passy. We enjoyed that visit very much and recommend you to watch that episode. It's in the first comment of this video.
To escape from his creditors, Balzac chose this residence precisely for its unusual and rather hidden structure.
La Maison de Balzac today occupies 3 levels. It includes the garden level apartment, as well as various rooms and outbuildings originally occupied by other tenants.
In 1908, a man of letters, Louis Baudier de Royaumont, saved the house by installing a museum dedicated to Balzac, which became a municipal museum in 1949.
Today it represents several original and illustrated editions, portraits of the writer, as well as painted and drawn works illustrating his novels.
La Maison de Balzac emphasized the look at the human comedy, La Comédie Humaine, by the artists of the 20th and 21st centuries.
The museum conserves a large collection of manuscripts, including pieces by Balzac's own hand, correspondences, notes, and corrected proofs.
There are also graphic works of about 4,500 engravings and 225 drawings. These works are on the one hand illustrations for La Comédie Humaine and on the other works on life and morals in the first half of the 19th century. We particularly appreciated his office with his grand wooden fireplace coat, the desk, and of course his coffee maker. He was a great drinker of coffee, so it was only natural to sit here.
It is believed that he worked here mainly at night, as during the day, the neighboring families who lived in the same building would be too loud and distracting.
Hence the likely need for the copious amounts of coffee.
He had a lot of debt, so he chose a place that would basically help him hide from those who are looking for his payments. And as you probably have noticed behind me, we've got a Turkish flag. Sinan is very happy about it because apparently it's the embassy of Turkey right next to it.
When you look around, there are so many higher buildings with multiple floors and everything, so they specifically kept this building because of the value, of course. With the garden itself and all the greenery here, it just feels so good and you are just relaxed. So many people are relaxing here as well. There is a coffee shop. It's so hidden you don't even see it because even when you walk by the wall, it's down the hill.
This used to be a small village next to Paris back in the 19th century, hence why Balzac stayed here. Now it's obviously part of the city, it's the 16th arrondissement, but before that it was a village called Passy. Now it's a stop. Now it's a metro stop. But yeah, it's a beautiful, beautiful place. So much greenery, and as Sinan mentioned, people are just relaxing, they're reading books and chilling out. It's lovely. It's like you are in an oasis around the city. Green oasis that has silence except the helicopter, but that's because of the Olympics, because the Olympic Stadium is really close by, the Eiffel Tower is nearby. So they're all flying around and, you know, creating the noise. But anyway, you can come here for free. It's open, I think, 6 days a week. And yeah, it's lovely. It's a good place to escape the craze of the city. I am a big fan of this architecture. For me, I can walk around the Haussmannian and the later period architecture before it got really simple and ugly, and I just can walk around for days and days and days. I can just walk around and everything is just beautiful. It's just beautiful.
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say. It's just beautiful, and I don't mind it that it's so dense, but it makes you feel good because it's so beautiful. There are so many details. There are such, I mean, look at this courtyard. I just can't believe it's so beautiful. Look. It's just incredible. It's just incredible. We then decided to quickly pass the neighboring town of Nanterre, in the west of Paris, for a visit to the local cathedral of Sainte-Geneviève Saint-Maurice.
The reason we are here is because this place is linked to Sainte-Geneviève, the saint patron of Paris.
A parish dedicated to Saint Maurice, one of the early saints, already existed in Nanterre in the 3rd century.
Here in the courtyard, the miraculous well and the original underground chapel of Sainte-Geneviève are still the subject of pilgrimage today.
The current building is a Byzantine Roman structure designed on a model of large pilgrimage basilicas. Mainly built between 1924 and 1936, it has preserved its 13th century bell tower. The cathedral has 1,000 square meters of frescoes on the walls of the choir and the apses, and its stained glass windows representing the mysteries of the rosaries.
The life of Sainte-Geneviève, the parable of the gospel, the beatitude, the Sacred Heart of Jesus, the coronation of the Virgin are the main themes of these representations.
Sainte-Geneviève would have been born here in 426. It is said that bishops Louis de Troyes and Germain d'Auxerre, on the way to England, reportedly stopped in Nanterre to pray in the village church. During this stage, they would have asked Geneviève to devote her life to God, and she eagerly agreed.
She would then have performed her first miracle by healing her mother's blindness with the water from the same well that was then considered miraculous.
Upon the death of her parents, Geneviève was taken in by a nun in Lutèce, then the name of Paris, where she would have helped to divert the invasion of the Huns from the city in 451.
She is also credited with an important influence in the conversion to Christianity of Clovis I, the first king of France.
It is also believed that the mother of Louis XIV, Queen Anne d'Autriche, would go several times on a pilgrimage to Nanterre to pray, in the hope of treating her infertility.
As a pledge of her recognition after the birth of her son, the future Sun King, she would support the construction of a royal college in Nanterre. In 1642, she even came here in person to lay the first stone. It was only in 1924 that the church would be named after Sainte-Geneviève and Saint-Maurice. It became a cathedral in 1966.
Since 2017, the underground chapel has been adorned with a 40 square meter mosaic representing Sainte-Geneviève entrusting Jesus Christ with the protection of Paris and Nanterre, created on the occasion of the 50th anniversary of the Diocese of Nanterre.
Now we are on our way to see the Basque in Tuileries Gardens, and while we are passing by the bridge, I'm just shocked to see the state of this bridge, because initially there were so many locks, everything is gone, so they really did a good job. They removed everything, they removed the locks. The only thing they kept was the platform for the opening ceremony.
Okay, I'm not sure how we can even go to the Basque, to the thingy, because everything is blocked off. Seriously, you've got fences everywhere. The thing is, like, the balloon is on that side, but on that side all you have is fences everywhere. It's just...
There should be a way, because we see some people taking some videos online, so I'm sure there's a way.
So far all I see is fences. It makes me feel very uncomfortable. That's all I'm gonna say. So apparently, in order to enter the Basque, the Olympic flame area in the Tuileries, you have to get the QR code online. Sorry for the people, but they're everywhere. They're all screaming. So you have to get the QR code. And in order for you to get the QR code, you need to go online. Even though it's free, you still need to register. So for this one, also you have to get the QR code. We're gonna go and see now. On the website we already checked, and it's all, oh, we don't have spaces, we don't have spaces.
It's all empty.
The garden is empty.
Yeah, and Tuileries Garden is very big.
There are people,
yeah,
but there are not so many people. There is a lot of space. So unfortunately, this is as close as we are gonna get to it. As you see, the garden is empty. We're walking in the area that has no control, so to speak. So there are a lot of people trying to scan the QR code on the website to go and get the ticket to go in, but the website is basically saying there are no more spaces. That's it, that's the experience. Normally this is filled with people selling stuff just like that on the ground. We call them à la sauvette. So yeah, so basically they're gone now.
They finally finished the restoration of this Arc de Triomphe carousel. It looks amazing actually. It was under restoration for a long time. At the end we got this restoration complete and it looks fantastic.
So we hope you enjoyed this little walk around Paris and Nanterre. Thank you so much for joining. If you like this episode, give us a like or dislike, whatever suits your fancy. And until the next one, au revoir.